Hello, hello. I'll wait for this to. Desiree's here. Hi, Desiree. Okay, so then that means I'm live. Oh, there we go. There's like a little kick. There's like a moment where I'm live, but it doesn't say I'm live. So, welcome, you guys. We have bits of Christmas, okay? It's coming. This is Christmas tree number 1. It's not done. And this is also like the fun tree, okay? All the kids put all their fun ornaments that we've collected throughout the years on this tree. But Christmas is here and I'm so excited. Thanksgiving is here. We're going to be talking about all the hosting, all the things. Courtney! Oh, hi Courtney. Thanks for listening at work, and I hope work is going well. It's so good to see your name pop up always. We're going to be talking today about Christmas and Thanksgiving and hosting and all the things. So I'm really excited. And not that hosting is, subjugated to just this time of the year. Many of us are hosting all the time. But this is like, you get to elevate it. Oh, you know what? Sorry, I need to put my do not disturb on. Okay, because if I don't, everyone's going to be interrupting this beautiful, lovely time with y'all. But yeah, the holiday season is just a time of like elevation, and it's colder, so more, we're not outside barbecuing, we're in, and that just feels so fun for me. I feel like my camera's dirty. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to fix it. And how's the audio? You guys know you have to let me know how I'm doing on audio because I can't hear myself. Is that someone at my door? One moment. Okay, sorry. I'm hearing stuff. Yeah, so that's what we're going to be talking about today. And I want to start with our icebreaker question. Hello, hello. What was the last fun thing you did? And of course, I'm kind of asking you guys as a segue to the last fun, amazing thing I did, which was without a doubt New York City. I got to enjoy New York City kid free, and it was the most amazing experience in time. You guys, I did all of my bucket list things, from the Statue of Liberty to the Plaza Hotel to Central Park, like all of it. It was just, it was the best. I felt like a kid, and I don't know how many of us as mothers, as caretakers, as wives, I don't know how often we get to just have fun. And I just want to urge you, as we're closing out this year and entering a new one, please put play in the forefront. Put enjoyment in the forefront. That is such a part of living and healing. And, we become adults and we get swept away into this adulthood. That is so ghetto. I mean, yeah, is it cool that I can like leave the house when I want to leave the house, go to Target when I want to go to Target, buy my own things? Sure. But the rest of it is ghetto. And a lot of it requires like planning and seriousness and focus. And it was so much fun to go to New York with a very minimal plan. Like, we had Broadway planned. We knew we wanted to see Central Park. We knew we wanted to see the financial district, right? But like, we didn't have it planned down to the T. And there was wonder there. I think that's like, I can't remember the last time I was like in awestruck wonder. But New York put me in that mindset where I was just like, oh my goodness, from the talent to the food to the buildings to the people I got to meet and talk to. Like, it was just so much fun. And being like out till 2 a.m. and like walking the streets of New York, like, it was just fun. And I want to know, in 3, 2, 1, let me know, what was the last fun thing you did? Because it's important to not only do fun things, but to embody funment. Like, if we're not having funment, to embody fun. If we're not having fun, ladies, what is the point? Edgar needs out. You guys answer the question while I let Eggy out. Are you having fun? All right, let me put my glasses on so I can read. It's too cold. I'm over it. I'm so glad you had the best time. It is cold. Today, like, if you're in North Carolina today, it is freezing. Jumping into leaves with my littles. Oh, I've never done that in my whole life, so that was fun. That's right, because you didn't grow up in the Midwest, Desiree. Jumping into leaves is like superior. Oh, so much fun and wonder. Our women's ministry went on a shopping and lunch trip a week ago. I had so much fun and laughs with some incredible women of God. It was the best. I love that, Courtney. Sunset horseback ride for my husband's birthday. Sasha, sign me up. I want to come next time. Lena says making s'mores as a family the other night. So much fun. And like, don't you guys feel like, I don't know. I know there's a lot of people snorkeling during our cruise. This month was great. I think Courtney's going on a cruise too. Keisha, where did you go? Also, Sasha, where do we sunset horseback ride? Like, where can we do that at? Mom's group at a local church this month. Not big fun, but still good. I love that. You know, we can't always have like the big fun, but even treating yourself to weekly, daily fun, especially women. Like, you look around at women and they're so tight and like focused. Me too. Like, I have to tell myself, like, release your jaw, Tori, like, relax. Las Vegas you horseback rode into the sunset by the Red Rocks? Like, what? Or maybe Las Vegas Red Rock is not the Red Rocks I'm thinking of. Ooh, Belize coast. Oh, you snorkeled in Belize? Oh, you guys, I love this for us. Continue fun. And what I was saying regarding the season, I know it gets cold, it gets dark. That is a problem for a lot of people. I don't struggle with that problem. I thrive in darkness. I do not know why, but I thrive in it. And it is such a invitation to like, you really have to seek out fun and enjoyment in these dark winter seasons. So like, what are you doing? Whether it's I'm painting today, or I'm gonna jump in the leaves with the kids, or we're gonna cuddle up and watch a movie, or I'm going to go to the women's meetup at my church, because that gets me connected and it gets me in community and it gets me inspired and having a good time. I think that's important. Being in New York, kind of the segue here, also made me realize how I 1000% am craving just that, like true connection, true community, real life experiences that stimulate me and inspire me and move me and charge me, from the inside out. We have gotten so far away from like natural rhythms and connection, and it always baffles me how the world. My dog's doing something crazy. Hold up. Edgar. It always baffles me how the world constantly tries to get us out of the natural world's rhythm, right? So like, to me, winter represents a slowness, a quieting, a wintering. If you're in the womanhood, we're going to be talking more about this in December and January. And what an invitation. What an invitation to slow the freak down, to cuddle up, to learn how to knit or crochet or play a board game or watch a movie. Like, what an invitation. But then our natural world is like, no, it's the most wonderful time of the year. And that's because it's busy and it's capitalism and you have to buy this and you have to go here. And it's like, or no. And we're going to be talking about this in next week's episode, like how to have a truly intentional and slow December, because that is why the good Lord made Decembers, okay? He created Decembers. This is not in the Bible. He created Decembers for us to slow down, not for us to feel like we have to run everywhere and do everything and be everything and buy everything. So yeah, I've being in New York made me really take a step back and ask myself, what do I want the rest of my life to look like? Like, seriously. And even the beginning of this year, I was asking myself that, like, what does my legacy look like? What does my time look like? Who knows? Like, I don't know when I'm going to die. None of us do. And with the time that I have left, like, what do I want to do with that? Do I want to spend it in a digital jungle on social media, connecting and seeing things that I really don't need to be connecting with or seeing? Or do I want to be reading? Do I want to be planning intentional digital moments like this? Do I want to be learning how to paint? Do I want to do house projects? Like, my time is so limited, and all of our time truly is. And I am done allowing the business of social media to take away my time. Yeah. No, Courtney, I get that. Listen, I think a lot of people, because of their jobs, have to have social media. That's one reason why I can't delete Facebook, because a lot of my job works through Facebook, right? So like, I think a lot of people, good morning, Q, you were on my mind this morning. I'm going to text you because, okay, let me just, so that I don't forget. Good morning, good morning. Ooh, Q went to Jamaica, stayed on an estate on a mountain, and climbed a waterfall. I didn't jump because of my life insurance policy. But the girls' trip was perfect. That sounds mega fun. So more of that, right? More real life connection and less of social media companies stealing my time, because our time and attention are our greatest assets. our time and attention are our greatest assets, period. And we have to get so vigilant with how we spend it and what we choose to set our attention and our gaze on. And I am not saying social media is evil. It's not. It really isn't, right? But it's a thief. It is a thief of our time, our gifts, and our energy. And I just feel like with the time I have on this earth, I want to spend it connecting with my local community, emphasis on local. And this was a desire in my heart back in January that the Lord just keeps bringing to the foresight in every single way. So local community, local. And it's not an isolation, but more like an insulation. Like I am insulated with my people and with, it doesn't even have to be my people, but with people who are in my community and we're facing the same problems and living in the same sphere, right? So local community, that is something that I want to get all my time. The womanhood community, that's actually a virtual community that I do see the fruits of true connection. That is going to get all my time. My family, my children, living very quietly and privately. And my girlfriend Vanessa, I don't think she's on here, but her and I talked about this earlier this year too. Like, what does it mean to live quiet? And how can we bring that back to where I'm okay with only knowing like my neighbor's business and my friend's business. I don't want to know what's going on around the world. I don't. And quite frankly, if you are not the three people I ask to like pray for situations and intercede for situations, then really you don't need to know those deeper situations in my life, right? Like just really making my circle and my people a priority. I want to reclaim my time. I want us all to reclaim our time, especially women. We already have so much to do, and now we have to kind of juggle a digital jungle. And that was part of my decision to step away from Instagram. Also, we outgrow spaces. We change very if you're living your life correctly, you should be changing and evolving constantly. I do truly feel that way. And spaces like social media captures you as a version of yourself. So for example, my Instagram captured me as the homeschool mama that I used to be. And now, and I created like a whole business off of it, and it was awesome. But what happens when I now evolve past that and Instagram and your audience, and if your livelihood is attached to your identity on social media, think about how long some people stay in identities and spaces where the Lord's like, girl, I called you out of that 5 months ago, but you're still attached to it because it instead of me being your foundation, this is your livelihood. And so I just praise God for opening a door for me where I don't have to depend on social media for a livelihood anymore. Because I'm not going to lie, that would have been it would have been harder to do that. It would have been harder to step away. Because I get it, because you need food and you need gas, and like I get that. But I just want us all to remember that we can evolve past it, and maybe we should. Maybe we should, because I don't know about you, but I keep saying like I don't want to be 40 and my main interactions with people be on my social media. Like that's weird. And I do. And so I need to nurture those real life experiences. So that's a question that you guys can be asking yourselves. Where does your time go and where does your attention go now? And does that support what you want your time and attention going to? So if you want to learn pottery, but instead of learning pottery, you're always looking at pottery or you're always looking at Instagram or whatever, is that supporting what you really want? That's what it comes down to. I really want to read all the freaking books I own, which I did finish a couple books. But like I've been reading this one for way too long because there's always well, I was on vacation. I got this right before vacation. And I didn't bring it with me because I had some audio books that I needed to get through. But like I want to read all the time. So why am I not reading all the time? Oh, because my attention and my time's going towards something else. And so ask yourself, where's your time and attention going? And see where you can edit it if you need to. That's what I want to encourage you guys. I don't think everyone has to get rid of social media. I have been convicted to get rid of my main Instagram page, but I do think we all need to constantly, especially as technology keeps evolving, we need to constantly be taking inventory of where am I putting this in my life? Like, what emphasis am I putting on social media? Okay, I missed a lot of comments, so I'm gonna go back. Dominican Republic on a budget and still ended up having the best time and seeing the most beautiful. Okay, Mariella, I'm glad you say this because we did New York on a budget, and I just want everybody to know you can literally go to New York and not spend your biggest expenses is going to be your hotel and your plane tickets, and you're going to do that like prior to actually going, right? So when you're there, you literally can have so much fun and not spend a dime. Like if I was a single person, I would go to New York with $500 in my pocket. If I'm a couple, $1,500. I don't know. If I'm a couple and on a budget, even $1,000. But if I want to have like a little bit more, $1,500, $2,000. But like everyone's like, it's so expensive. No, it's not. You can do New York on a budget. And that was the best part is we spent our entire days doing so much and spending so little. I got off of social media. It's wonderful. Less anxious for sure. Ooh, yeah. Real time, real life. Yes. Ooh, I love that. I love that cue. I like finding funny reels to send to my best friend. Okay, Courtney, that's like the one thing I miss is sending the funny reels to all my people. I just got off social media besides YouTube and I feel so free. Anxiety is ceasing. So proud of you. Yeah. You know, it didn't give me anxiety, but getting off of it did liberate me. Like, whew, such a liberation. Day 5 off IG and I'm on my second book. Look at that. Had an actual phone convo with a friend. Look at that. And got all my holiday decoration done. Check, check, check. We're thriving. We are thriving without social media. Hey, hey, hey. Yay, you caught us live. Hello, hello. That's why we cruise. Everything is included. The best price family vacay on a budget. Yeah. I'm considering a cruise. It's so funny. We're trying to pick our next destination, and I am just so anti-tropical because it's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. I just hate. We lived in Hawaii, and I just feel like every tropical place you've been to, you've seen one, you've seen them all, with a few exceptions. So I'm like, I don't need to see the ocean, but I've seen you can do Alaskan cruises. I would so do that. And I think you can do like Northeast America, like Maine. Like I think you can do cruises up there, which would also be really cool for me. No one else would like it. Not in my family. Yes. I know, Courtney. Everyone loves the beach. And that makes me so happy for everyone. Oh my goodness. Yes. Ooh, I didn't know that, Courtney. Okay, girlfriend. Okay. Um, yeah, it's been nice. I'm like Mariella. I've gotten off of it, and I put up a little bit of Christmas decor. I've been reading. I've been working out again. I got a walking pad, which is part of my LTEs, which we'll get into because I totally skipped that part. But something I'm enjoying is my walking pad. It's just been the most peaceful week. And then Facebook, for some reason, because I do have to have Facebook for my job. However, Facebook is less intrusive for me. It's less demanding for me. It's like you post and then you forget about Facebook. Like, I'm not scrolling Facebook because there's nothing inspiring on Facebook. There's aunties and uncles and mamas and like family, right? Or old neighbors. Like, I'm not posting because I don't want that weird uncle to see my kids. Like Facebook is not a place where I'm just not tempted by Facebook. Does anybody else feel like that? Maybe it's just me. You guys see my new Christmas mug? Merry Christmas. Gosh, you guys, it truly is the most wonderful time of the year. Okay, so now I want to know your LTEs because I totally, like I said, skipped it. My bad. If you are new here, LTEs are little tiny enjoyments. Yes, okay. Yes. Oh, she says I am tempted by Facebook, sadly. My aunt's filter selfies, I'll pass. Okay. I scroll Facebook to keep up with friends and family. Only reason I'm still on Facebook is helpful groups, right? Which is why our tiny town homestead, I love that name, by the way. That's why I moved the womanhood to Facebook, because my actual 9 to 5 has a group on Facebook, and I'm like, this is so much easier. It's just easier to connect with local groups and national groups and all the groups. So yeah, the groups are amazing. I 100% feel the same. I get on, post, close that. Yes, Lena. Yes. And if Facebook is something you're tempted by, that's fine. You can just not do that the same way you don't do Instagram. Groups are the only thing it offers. Yes, Melody. Groups. And like, well, I guess that goes in groups. Like, I found the contractor who painted our house on a Facebook group. If I'm looking for like a maid to clean the house, Facebook group. Like, it's just so, yeah, I like it. I also don't mind selling things on there or buying things on Facebook Marketplace. I've had good experiences and bad, but that's also nice too, because it's like thrifting, but digital, virtual. So I like that. Okay. Little tiny enjoyments. I want to know what you guys are enjoying. I will read mine to you. I keep looking here because my notes are here. Tell me if you guys like this new setup. I'm in a different room, but I really like this room, so it works for me, and I can have like everything's just better. But oh yes, I bought some dining chairs from Marketplace. Yes. Okay, I think I'm a little delayed, so I'm gonna pause for a second. Okay, so my little tiny enjoyments have been Abbott Elementary. If you are looking for a funny, wholesome, hilarious show, it's Abbott Elementary. Like, I'm obsessed with it. Justin's obsessed with it. Journey's obsessed with it. Like, we cannot not laugh at the entire cast, it's such a good show. It's on season 4 currently. You can binge all the first 3 seasons. Like, you guys, the show, Abbott Elementary, okay? For a little bit of joy, a little bit of humor. You'll love it. Painting. I have been watercolor painting. I should have brought my book. It is the cutest thing. Maybe I'll share it next time. Yeah, I will, because I'll talk about it when we talk about slowing down. But I have been watercoloring, and it has been so much fun. It's been a learning curve. My first couple of tries were awful, but I had so much fun, and that's how I'm leaning into it. Like, this is something fun to do that is not on a screen, so it's been so much fun. Next, Dinner for Vampires by Bethany Joy Lenz. If you watch One Tree Hill, then you need to read her memoir. Also, that one and this one, they reminded me how obsessed I am with memoirs and how I need to read more, because I just love a woman's story. Like, give me a woman's story any day of the week and I will eat it up. This one is like, it has old school New York in the, I should know, in the 40s and in the 60s, New York in the 60s. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I love that about it. I just love a woman's story. And so I'm going to be reading more memoirs in 2025 for sure. But Dinner for Vampires, I did the audio version, so I don't have it to show, but it was so good. I listened to it like maybe within 3 days. It was really, really good. And then of course, New York City, just a fun time. Okay. LTEs for me would be listening to Christian self-help audiobooks. Nice. What's like one that you've read lately that you really, really, really enjoy, Courtney? Yay. Okay, you guys like the setup. Awesome. Also, watching 911 with my daughters is a special time for us together. We love it. LTE is I've started watching Sex and the City on my phone while I cook. It's so small, but it makes me so, that's so peaceful. And not having to be like, oh no, what am I going to watch? Like, having that to, like, okay, when I work out, I'm watching this. When I cook, I'm watching this. It makes it very peaceful. I love that. Morning tea right now. Also, Jane Austen movies when my 2-year-old is up late because her schedule is off. Is it off because of daylight savings? Oh, I remember those days. I was gifted an adult book lovers coloring book, and it's been so much fun. I used to sit for hours coloring, and it's one of the new ways that I rest my brain. Also crosswords. I love that, LTE. Mariella says regular family Christmas movie nights and long walks. Okay, how long are we talking? Talk to me. So, on my walking pad, I've been walking 3 miles, and that's been great. But like, if I was outside, I would probably walk way more than that. But I love a long winter walk. Mariah Carey's audiobook is everything. Really? Wait, she has one? Melody, no. The meaning of when did this come? 2021? I heard nothing about this book, Melody. Am I the only one? Who knew Mariah Carey had a book? The Bait of Satan is incredible, so helpful with so many things. Attitude, being offended, things like that. It's incredible. My next read is Melody. Immediately intrigued. Oh, my next read, Melody. Yes. Same, Desiree. I'm going to have to get that. Oh my gosh. And then a hero comes. She is everything. I also need to watch her Christmas thingy on Netflix. My sister was watching it the other night. And guys, can I tell you something? This e.l.f. It fell. Lip gloss has been my favorite for like 3 years now. Just a side commercial. Okay, getting AirPods was awesome. So I can watch a show or movie sometimes that isn't best for kids. Yes, I agree. So I don't have earpods, but I have these Beats, you guys. They're like the smaller ones, but they're Bluetooth and they go like this. I don't like things in my ear. I don't trust things in my ear, so I'm paranoid and got these. If you're looking for like headphones or even Christmas gifts, they're not the big ones. They're just like normal, but like, you know, they cover the ear. $100. Only $100. Only $100. They fold up like this. They keep battery for weeks and they connect automatically. So if I turn this on right now, it would just connect and I wouldn't hear anything, but because I'm on my phone. But yeah, really, really cool. If anyone's looking, I want Beats. Hey, Best Buy, $100. Ooh. Yeah, see, that's what makes my walking fun is my audiobooks. Yeah. See, I hate AirPods too. Ooh. Ooh, cute. Her little tiny enjoyment is breaking the norm. Tell us more, ma'am. Tell us more. I'm here waiting to sip all the tea. I need to know. Yes, yeah, the Sony ones are so nice. Yeah, I don't like AirPods at all. How am I doing? Oh my gosh, it is 10:37. We haven't even talked about hosting. I am so sorry. And I have to like go at 11 because I have a lunch at 11:30. Okay, you guys, let's talk about hosting. I have 20 minutes and I'm going to do it super fast and it's going to be a great conversation and I'm not going to get distracted. Okay, hosting. First of all, you know, there's two types of hosting. There's like hosting, and then I feel like there is holding, right? So there's the hosting where I feel like I need the finest china and I need the finest furniture and I need all the space and I can't invite people over because my house is small and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And then there's the holding. And holding hosting is when it is such a spiritual offering. It has nothing to do about the size of your house or your fancy furniture or whether or not you have paper plates or fine china, but everything to do with the posture of your heart and the attitude of your heart, mind, body, and spirit to allow people to enter into your space. Sometimes that's all people need. I don't care if the space is the most clean or the most beautiful. All I care is that I feel welcomed and cared for. My sister Lauren is so good at this. She's so good at creating a space for everyone, literally everyone, to sit at and feel like, okay, I don't have to be fancy here. I can keep my shoes on. I can my kids can be kids. Like I don't have to worry about them touching the walls. Like that is true hosting to me. And we have animals and a lot of people don't like dogs and cats. That's very true. You know, I always say people before animals, and not in like a abusive way, of course, but like my mom is terrified of dogs. So when she is here, Edgar is in the crate and Edgar is fine because it is my job to honor and serve my mom, not to honor and serve Edgar, right? Like I love Edgar. Edgar has a great life. I'm surprised he's not coming, hearing his name. But people come first. So if anyone's ever like terrified of him, he will be in our room. And yeah, so that's my little side thought on that. I read a book a couple years ago called The Gospel Comes with a House Key. If you have not read it, please read it. It's so beautiful. I also had the I'm going to say privilege, even though back then it did not feel like a privilege. There was a moment in my life where I didn't have anywhere to go, quite literally. Like, the fact that I'm in this house right now is God's grace and goodness. Because this time last year was a very different story. And 2 people opened up their home to me, and there was nothing extremely fancy about it. But there was this undenying, underlining feeling of love and safety. And like, at the end of the day, that is what hosting is about. Allowing people to come in and to feel loved and to feel safe and to get a break from the burdens of this world. Like, out there is loud and heavy and unexpected, and sometimes people have homes that are like that too, and their only escape is someone else's space. So I always tell Justin, like, when I'm decorating, I'm not doing it because I love decorating, but like, I'm doing it to convey the message even more. Like, this is a warm, safe place and you're welcome. So Rosario Champagne Butterfield wrote a book called The Gospel Comes with a House Key, Practicing Radically Ordinary Hospitality in Our Post-Christian World. She says, two quotes I want to read. Radically ordinary hospitality does not simply flow from the day-to-day interest of the household. You must prepare spiritually. The Bible calls spiritual preparation warfare. Radically ordinary hospitality is indeed spiritual warfare. Like, you will never see that in a Martha Stewart book. You'll never see that on HGTV. But like, when we're offering our homes as a resting place, as a praying place, as a safety net to people, oh, that is a powerful spiritual move. Whether it's Christmas dinner, Friendsgiving, Thanksgiving, a random Tuesday, that is people coming together. Powerful. Okay, another one I wanted to read. Oh, okay. Our post-Christian neighbors need to hear and see and taste and feel authentic Christianity. Hospitality spreading from every Christian home that includes neighbors in prayer, food, friendship, childcare, dog walking, and all the daily matters upon which friendships are built. Like, that is hospitality. It's not just hosting. It's literally every single day, how can I let my neighbors know I'm here? And then there was one more quote. Okay, and here is the edge. Christians are called to live in the world, but not live like the world. Christians are called to dine with sinners, but not sin with sinners. But either way, when Christians throw their lot in with Jesus, we lose the rights to protect our own reputation. Oof! Ooh, so good. Please read the book. The book is beautiful. She talks about opening up her house to LGBTQ plus community. She talks about having like Bible studies. She talks about, if I remember right, foster kids. She talks about it all. And it's very beautiful to see how she and her entire family and ministry, like, this home is an extension of Christ, just like I am an extension of Christ. We all are to be the hands, feet of Christ. So when you're hosting this holiday season, just keep that at the forefront. Like, so what? You don't have the coolest ice maker. So what? You don't have the finest china. You're missing the point if that is all you're concerned with. Now, also, we all love beautiful things. I love going into someone's house and being like, oh my gosh, this is beautiful, right? But like, at the end of the day, I'm most concerned about the connection, the conversation that's happening. So that is like the spiritual part of hosting. That should always be your backdrop, your centerpiece. Think of that at all times. How am I ushering the gospel in this moment? And it doesn't have to, you don't overthink it. Like, just by letting people come in and have a good time is fostering the gospel. Like, how do I, allowing people to be their authentic selves to maybe then open up to you? That, like, don't overthink it, but keep that at the center of your heart. And now let's talk practical moves and practical ways to make hosting better if you have a lot of people. So, like, when we went to New York, my in-laws came and stayed at the house and watched my kids, took them to school, did all the things while we were in New York. But there were 3 days where it was us 5 plus my in-laws plus my sister-in-law plus her baby. So 9 people in my cute little cottage, okay? My cute little cottage has 3 bedrooms. Okay, and a living room that has this really cool sofa couch. So there's a lot of temporary, for my kids, there's a lot of temporary uncomfort. Like, hey, Journey, you're not in your room this week. I'm going to need you to sleep on the sofa couch or sleep with your brothers, right? Like, so there's that aspect of like moving things around. And you know, some people won't do that. So honestly, some family members don't come to visit me. And I think it's because I don't have extra space. But the people that, your people are going to come and they're going to get in, they're going to fit in where they can, and they're going to have a good time. Like, the sleeping arrangements never once clouded all the fun we had. Whether we're sitting on the porch, having our coffee, cracking up at stories that Papaw's telling, or we're in the kitchen, eating, doing the same thing, cracking up at the stories that Papaw's telling. Like, none of that, we don't let that, we only have 3 bedrooms. We don't ever let that crowd the time that we have with our family. So again, don't let anything stop you from being able to host people. I hosted a Thanksgiving when Journey was 2.5 in Hawaii. We had a whole bunch of friends over. And oh my gosh, my apartment was, I don't even know the size of the apartment. Maybe 1,200, maybe even smaller. And we had I think we had like 10 people over. And it was, it's a Thanksgiving that stays in my brain because it was such a sweet Thanksgiving. So like, don't ever let anything stop you from hosting, okay? Yes, the more the merrier, exactly. Now, preparing for them, though, is really, really smart. So, for example, I'm hosting a Friendsgiving tomorrow. I am cleaning today. Like, I am getting all my laundry done today. I'm making sure everything is vacuumed, the bathrooms are clean, little things like that. The sooner you can get started on cleaning, the better. Now, if you have younger kids, this is going to be different. My house is never like 5 minutes away from being tidy. There's reasons for that. 1, I don't have tiny kids, so I don't have all these toys everywhere. 2, it's just a habit that we've created in this family that like you pick things up as you go and we keep the house clean. Their bedrooms, the children's bedrooms, a different thing. That is their zone. That is their responsibility. And I kind of leave that at that. But the common areas that we're all in, we clean as we go and we keep it that way. So cleaning the day before, sweeping, vacuuming, dusting, counters. I'm doing laundry today. I am bathrooms. Yeah, those kind of things so that I don't have to worry about that tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, we can just kind of get started on cooking and enjoying the day. So clean day before if possible. Another thing that, and some people will not like this, some people will. When I'm hosting a lot of people, it is paper plates always. So We got this turkey plate. $2 for a set of 8. So I got 2 for the kids. We got matching turkey napkins. And then we have big, fat, Happy Thanksgiving plates for the adults. All of this costs less than $5. So you can, and I have plastic cups and plastic ware. Is it the best for the environment? No. Do I do it all the time? No. But when I'm hosting a lot of people, am I going to do it? Yes, yes, yes. That just makes the job easier. Another thing that I love to have around, especially if it's like a Thanksgiving or a Christmas, or we're just hosting people and people are staying with us, is games. So like tomorrow, I even bought a new game for tomorrow. But like Uno, hello, we all need an Uno. So all the kids can play Uno at any time. I always get a compliment on this little dish. I got this from Home Goods, a set of 2. One has sugar for coffee, and then the other one I put an Uno card set in. We have Table Talk. This is a really nice, beautiful way to conduct conversation. Something I discovered about myself this year. This is like end of the year questions. It came in a subscription box that I used to get from Israel, but I am now, I don't, they were a sponsor, and through my YouTube. Now I don't do that, but I love this, and I've kept it all these years. It's just a whole bunch of different cards, and we kind of always do it during the December months. Taco, cat, goat, cheese, such a fun game. My mom gave this to the kids last year for Christmas. We really enjoyed that one. Puzzles. I have this puzzle along with this puzzle that I'm going to set out, and the kids can just do it. You can do it whenever you want. Puzzles are fairly cheap, and like this one I got at the this one I got at a cute little boutique last year, and I don't remember how much it was. But sometimes Target's dollar section has beautiful puzzles. So look for that. For tomorrow specifically, I got Taboo because Justin and I were watching 4 Christmases, and they played this, and I was like, we're playing that. So for our guest tomorrow, Desiree, if you're still on here, we're playing this, and I cannot wait. And then also Family Charades is just always a fun one. You don't even need to buy this. You can just like Google a charades game, print it out, and voila. Charades is always fun. Pictionary is always fun. Games are fun. So I always have games out. If it's a holiday, if it's honestly only for holidays, if I'm being honest. Chess is always out because it's on there. The games are always available, but I'm not, like, I am setting them out, kind of making them the center point for tomorrow. Just for your guests to do while you're cooking away and while you're busy, there's something to do. Okay. Ooh. We don't have extra space. We are in a single wide, probably why I don't host a lot, but gonna change that this year. Yes. Don't ever let your space make you feel, if someone has a problem with your space, those aren't your people. Like, seriously, never have I ever gone into a space that someone's welcomed me in and been like, this is a little too small, right? Like, and if someone does that, bye. Love you, bye. We always have a meal prepped for our guests the first night so that, we can chatty chat and then they can relax. I love that idea. We host every Christmas. We currently live in my husband's grandparents' house, and his grandma was a huge Christmas fan. So we always get together with this whole side of the family, 11 of us. Oh my gosh, Lena, I absolutely love that. That sounds like a perfect Christmas. I always place candy on there. Pillows, mint, now and later, whatever suits the person. See, that is adorable. I am not that kind of host. I think One time someone came and I put a little basket together. If it's family, I don't, and I probably should. If it's my friend, I like to have something waiting for them. But Q, that's adorable. Our house is a 3-bedroom, just under 13 square foot. Not too big, but it's never stopped us from having everyone over. Yes, like I think someone says it later, like the more the merrier. And I feel like in our age of Pinterest and perfect houses and us seeing houses that we have like no business knowing, like whether it's vloggers or whatever. I'm obsessed with like Homeworthy on YouTube, so I'm constantly looking at home tours, and I enjoy like architecture and home decor, right? So it's fun for me. But I would assume that if I didn't have the mindset I have, that there are some people that watch that and are like, "Ooh, my house doesn't look like that. I can never host anyone." And it's like, no, absolutely not. Paper plates here too. Love them. Yes, paper plates. Love the games and puzzles idea. Yes, coloring books. When my kids were younger, always coloring books and crayons. And I always, for Thanksgiving, had a craft for them to do. Whether we were making like paper plate turkeys or painting something. One year we did like 3 crafts all morning as I was like cooking, and then I would take a break. And it's funny, the kids don't remember any of this. It hurts my heart just a little bit, but I'm going to let it go. But yeah, a craft is important. Especially if your babies are little. Oh my gosh, please do a craft. For me, you can either make them at home or do like a Hobby Lobby one. Ooh, yes. I just lost my spot. We love doing games with our family, Thanksgiving and Christmas. We have always done it with my mom's side. I love that. My aunt and uncle love puzzles too. So fun to do. Yes. Also, puzzles are good to do with like a grandparent and a grandchild. Like it really does connect all age groups. Yeah, Vanessa, hi girl. Yes, paper plates, lots of great designs and all sorts of beautiful napkins and cups to go with them. Yeah, I just died. Like I fell in love with this turkey, you guys. I mean, I'm sure that, I just fell in love with him. I just love him. So I agree. We live in 950 square foot old cottage. I love that. I have 3 boys and animals, and we host all the time. People keep saying your home is the coziest and most welcoming. Space doesn't matter. It's the soul. Amen. I agree. And like, my parents have a huge house, and my mom's a great host, but because my mom's very particular, sometimes I'm like, don't breathe, don't touch anything, just be still, versus like my house is way smaller than my mom's, but there's a welcoming here, and I love small homes for that reason. Like you can't escape in small homes. We are going to be intimate and we're going to talk, and I like it like that. It's all about company. Yes. The company. Someone told me it's okay for your house looks like kids live there, because they do. Thank you. I know someone, I'm not going to name any names. I kind of already accidentally talked about my mom, but I know someone who like will judge me or other people with little kids if their houses aren't like, used to judge me, like perfectly clean. Like we live here. This house is not a showroom. It is a living space. We dine here, we sleep here, we relax here. Like, yes, blankets are on the floor and my throw pillows are never perfect and neat because we live here. And that's the whole point of the gospel comes with a house key. Like, oh, this is a good quote from, the gospel comes with a house key. Rosario says, hospitality shares what there is. That's all. It's not entertainment. It's not supposed to be. So there's a difference, and I think that's the difference. And she talks about this in the book. Hosting is very, let me entertain you. which is beautiful. We all love to be entertained. But hospitality is, welcome. This is what it is. I got my kids' toys on the floor. The TV's on right now because my kids were watching something. There's dishes in the sink, but I can make you a cup of coffee and you and me can go sit on the porch. Or you and me can sit in the kitchen. Like, that is hospitality. Or it's like, I remember last year, another friend of mine was like, hey, come over. Nothing fancy. I'm just cooking something and I want to feed you. Okay. And that's all. We just sat there. We watched a Hulu show and she fed me and it was the best time. That is hospitality. That is holding someone. So when you think about hosting and opening your home, truly think about, how can I hold this person while they're in my space? How can my home hold this person while they're with us? I think that's important. And it's going to be a little uncomfortable. Serving others is going to make you a little uncomfortable. I had to have that talk with Journey. Like, I know you love your room, but for the next 5 days, you're going to be out of your room. And that's okay because you're serving your grandparents. How beautiful. You're serving your baby cousin and your TT. Like, so there is a true servanthood of it. And I love that we get to, I love that God is that cool that we kind of get to participate in his goodness, even in these little ways of opening our homes to celebrate something and hosting people. I love that. Yes, this is not yes, I love that book too. If you have not read The Gospel Comes with a House Key, highly suggest it. I know I keep saying it, but I highly suggest it. Bye, Courtney. I'm so glad you got to jump on. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving. And I'm about to get off too. I did it. I'm 2 minutes over, but I did it. You guys have the best Thanksgiving. I believe I'll be here on next Friday. Take this and serve and enjoy your family. And I know there's a lot of emotions right now. But like, please don't let anything come between you loving on your family and your neighbor. I do think that love needs to lead the way. We're so thankful to have each other. At the end of the day, we're thankful for community and to have each other. So lean into your community, enjoy your people, enjoy the turkey or whatever you love most about Thanksgiving. And I will see you next week. Bye, you guys.